Hi and welcome to this edition of Out of the Box. My name's Paul. Today we're going to have a look at what is in this box. This is another Reolink item. This is the solar panel trickle charger for many of the battery cameras that Reolink do. We're going to be looking at this with the Argus 3 Pro. So not really much to show you, all right, but you are going to get their normal Be Prepared, Be Reolink folder. If we open that up, we're going to get your operating instructions, which obviously there isn't totally a lot to do. It's a solar panel, but you are going to get a packet of lugs and screws to allow you to be able to mount that. And then you are going to get a mount for it. All right. That's what it is. Obviously you're going to mount that onto a hard surface, and you are going to get a knuckle joint on there. And then you're going to get the actual device itself. There we go. All right. That's the solar panel. You get quite a few meters of cable on this end. All right, you get a plastic cover, which is neat, which you can just see here for your USB in connection there. All right, so obviously we're just going to mount this onto your solar panel. Make sure obviously that's pointing generally in the right direction. You're going to need a good few hours of sunshine on that to keep this charged. Now do remember, your camera itself, which we've got here, is only going to be running when it's doing sensoring, like once it's noticed some movement. But obviously if it's an area that you get a lot of movement, then we're going to need to make sure that battery is charged well. So do make sure this is pointing in a good direction. This is not giving you kilowatts of power, right? It's only giving you a small trickle charge. All right, so I'll just hold that up so you can actually have a look. There's really not much to show. Just on the back there again, we can see where our actual holder fits in to be able to actually put that, mount it in various positions. We could have this upside down, so we mount it up onto the eaves, wherever it works. Then it's going to take in, like I said, this is an Argus 3 Pro. All right, where you normally have your charger comes in, we take off the flap at the back. All right, now you do want to make sure that this is properly put together really well, because it's going to be outside in the weather while this joint is. So we've taken our small connector and we can push that in like we would do as if we were charging it. All right, so that's nice at this point, but the water's going to get in. What we've got is a really good plastic cover here. We're going to put this in and push it in. There is a hole around the outside of the connector. This should give us some good seal. If this is going to be in some rough weather, I might be encouraged to put an extra bit of a seal around that to hold that in place. And then obviously that's your solar panel there, can be alongside. It can be quite a long way away from your camera as well, if need be. So not a lot to show you, but the solar panel that's working again with some of the Reolink battery powered cameras. Hopefully that gives you an idea of what's in the box. Do head on over to our YouTube channel. Loads more box openings on wireless networking and firewall devices. Plenty more on Reolink as well, if that's what you're looking at. So do subscribe and stay up to date.